If you go to Mexico and turn on the TV and look at the celebrities, you'll start to notice a trend. Nearly all the white and light-skinned Mexicans are famous. I swear when I say I've seen more Mexicans on TV and on the internet that fit this demographic than just seeing a random white-skinned Mexican in the street, and I literally lived in Mexico City, one of the biggest cities in the world. Of course, most of the world is obsessed with race and beauty standards, whether we like it or not, but where does this obsession for clear eyes, lighter skin, and looking overall European come from? Currently, Mexico has more than 128 million people, with claims that as little as 9% of the population is even white. Now that's close to 12 million people, but it's safe to say that this group is definitely a minority. If you weren't also aware, Mexico has several different minority groups that speak indigenous languages and have their own cultures, which are also usually not the birthplace for celebrities, unfortunately. Looking at the map of Mexico, we see pockets where development is higher, the more the white Mexicans seem to be. One of the biggest and most well-known pockets is found in the northern regions like Chihuahua and Durango, with a high population of Mennonites. This could be one of the main reasons, but when you look at their religion, you see that they don't really adapt to the modern lifestyle of the world. And during Mexico's 2018 election, we got to see one of the whitest looking Mexicans, with the main two being Ricardo Anaya from Mexico City and Jose Antonio Amir, who's also from Mexico City, but I'm pretty sure he has vitiligo, so I don't think he counts. But let's compare Ricardo Anaya with director Guillermo de Toro. De Toro is from a completely different state, but looking at both of them, they don't even fit the traditional Mexican look, in my opinion as an American. More celebrities that we see on the other side of things is famous YouTuber Luisito Communica and Shannon, the wife of corenovlogs, two Mexicans who look very different compared to their counterparts. Now there's a few reasons why white Mexicans seem to take over all corners of the space we call being famous, but some of the reasons you may disagree with. You see, being a white Mexican, you're going to stand out. You're going to look different, and becoming famous and doing the work is the same process as a traditional looking Mexican. However, being white and Mexican is like being black and Japanese. You're going to stand out. Another reason can be debatable, but it's always bothered me while living in Mexico. You see, the people I spoke with were always so proud of the lighter skinned Mexicans, quote unquote, representing them as a country and as the people, but they never seem to care as much about the ones from more indigenous areas or even the Afro-Mexicans who do in fact exist. They seem to spend more time on the little diversity they have and ride the diversity train, comparing themselves to other countries like the United States. Even during the election, Mexicans told me they wanted to vote for Anaya because he's white and will represent them more, which I find ironic because the ones that wanted him to represent them weren't even white. This is just another one of those examples that shows you lots of countries are obsessed with race and diversity, whether it's in a negative light or a positive one. No matter what, there is going to be a group of people that brings more attention to others than normal. And I just have to say, I'm just glad that Mexico isn't like South Africa.